let's see, Gilligan's Island.
Talk about the
Season finale.
Smurfs.
Oh, don't even get out. Oh my god. No, don't act, son of a bitch. Hello everyone!
Hello everybody, welcome back to our TV logs. I'm Connor and you are...
Dan.
Who the fuck are you? You're Dan?
Don't talk to me in that tone of voice. Alright, so we're back.
TV
we're back
logs
in
are
TV
officially
season.
back. We're back in the TV season and we're first going to talk about American Horror Story, Roanoke, My Roanoke Nightmare.
Yeah, season 6.
Spooky North Carolina Island.
Very, very eloquent. Alright, props.
That's what we're talking about.
So yeah, so if you didn't catch, last week we did a live stream of the episode. Oh well, live stream of us watching the episode, not an actual episode. Like so many people
It
thought.
actually went pretty well.
Yeah, I was surprised. Like you got enough voices out there that people actually came, and it was fun. So here's our actual like sit down and discuss more in depth. We did a little bit on the stream, but to do it. That's a 2-hour video of us sitting around, so
yeah, we're gonna shorten it up a little bit.
Anyway, so American Horror Story, season 6. I guess a little bit of background information. He's the American Horror Story fan.
Horror Story.
I like it. I really do love the show. I just have never really sat down and watched the season all the way through. I always get like chunks of seasons for one reason or another. But I'm intrigued by this new one. I'm not gonna say that I'm hooked. But I'm certainly
definitely different than what we're used to, which is
I
feel like I say every fucking season of American Horror Story.
Well,
I'm like, this
kind of
season's
the point.
different.
I mean, not only do they change the themes from each season, but
they kind of changed the style.
Yeah, like all of it, and that's kind of the point. Which is why I think this show has lasted so long, and why it has such a cult appeal. In that this is just such a unique take on show. Like not only is it a horror TV show, like a straight up horror TV show, but it does it smartly. It does a lot of twists and turns, and they really use the length of a TV season to really stretch out the mystery.
And even when there's times where you're like, I don't really know what this is about, but like it still connects somehow.
It'll be there somewhere.
Nice
there's a few. And I'm not a huge fan of when they like throw something random. And you're like, what the hell's that for? And you just really don't know until the very end. But it's paid off before. Yeah. Some of the endings of the seasons that I've seen, I mean, it's one of those like, all right, okay, that was something. So, all right, so for those of you who don't know, they finally confirmed that this season is going to be about the Roanoke Island disappearance, the Lost Colony. Which, a bit of history. There's basically it was a colonist colony
legend
way back 16th century, 17th century, around there.
Settler times.
Very very early settler times. Colony came through. It was a nice bustling colony on a little island of the coast of North Carolina. Bunch of settlers, and then people came to basically have a supply run, visit. Everyone was gone. Like mid-meal kind of thing, like just flat vanished. No sign of struggle or anything.
Aliens.
And then,
if you believe in aliens,
that's a theory. And there was, I believe, a carving of Croatoan. Like we don't know what that's from. Like it was obviously it wasn't just the usual like they got chased off or they got hunted or something.
I might be thinking of something else, but
that might be who knows.
No,
we're not historians.
No. Croatoan was the word, but Croatoan might have come up in another season of American Horror Story, or I might be thinking of something else.
For all of you chewing us out in the comments, yay, we have comments.
Somebody remind me in the comments if Croatoan came up in season 1 of American Horror Story. because it might have.
Lordy. If they tie season 1 to season 6, I'm gonna just like.
I might be thinking of another thing, but I feel like there was something where somebody used the word Croatoan to get rid of ghosts or something.
Ooh,
it might have been season 1 of Horror Story. It might have been a whole different thing. I don't know.
Double check on that later.
Please correct me in the comments because I have no idea what I'm talking about.
All right. So, anyways, but they've done some weird things with this episode because
it's a documentary style. It's supposed to be kind of that like celebrity ghost stories type deal.
I mean,
why is that the one I jumped to?
I don't know, but that's a bad example. Anyway, but they actually have, and there's an interesting thing to do with this, because they have the interview, the documentary style interviews, then they have a reenactment of the actual
they use
events.
different actors for both.
Yeah, which makes...
So it seems legitter.
Yeah,
that's not a word, but I just made it up now. Legitter.
Anyways, so yeah, they have actually this bit. It feels like a real documentary, but even more so, like the reenactments go heavily into what supposedly is happening with the supernatural. So there is like they have a point where the hailstorm, like for a moment, is like a hailstorm of human teeth, which is creepy as hell. And also where these two mysterious women are wandering around the house. Anyway, so the basic idea is that this interracial couple has moved from LA. After a mugging, they decide to leave LA and go back to North Carolina, which is where the husband is from. Kind of in the general area. And they get this, they buy this wonderful little house in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's creepy.
There's nothing else around it.
I'm not gonna lie, like, what they thought of buying this house, I mean, it's kind of, I honestly wanted to say, like, have you guys not seen a horror movie? Come on, guys. Seriously.
It's complete with, like, weird, creepy redneck neighbors, too.
It screams, this is going to be a horror movie. Yeah. But I feel they did that on purpose. And I'm willing to give...
It's a reenactment, so that might not actually what the actual house was.
Maybe. Fair. I mean, that's fair enough.
Okay, that's what interests me about the way they're doing this, because there's a potential that we have unreliable narrators this season. Yeah. So, like, what we're seeing in the reenactment could be incredibly dramatized as to the actual story we're being told in the interviews. Because, like, just like in actual shows where we have interviews and then a reenactment, there's a point where they cut off the interview and then the reenactment just plays, and, like, you have no idea if that's anything like the story that isn't being told right now.
Yeah, there's definitely that kind of, like, you can't be certain what's going on. All the characters also have, like,
there's a chance
troubles.
that, like, the producer of the show is just like, we need it to be scarier, and, like, they're exaggerating everything.
That could be a thing. The other thing I kind of like is that obviously American Horror Story is built on twists and reveals and very, very crazy things that go on. And the fact this feels like a legitimate documentary, I'm almost thinking, this is my kind of prediction for the season. I'm thinking that the documentary will go to a certain point. And the rest of the season will begin either after the documentary's done filming, we go back to the original actors, or they're going to prove that this documentary was in of itself supernatural, saying like the last interview would be like, yeah, and that's how I died, and then they go to whatever the reenactment is,
right? And because somebody pointed that out,
and you're like, whoa, how are they doing the documentary if they're dead? And maybe that kind of like an actual ghost story kind of thing, which I think would be a cool idea, but.
Yeah, what if it's like a weird like sci-fi future where they're able to like film ghosts and interviews and shit?
That'd be weird.
That would be weird, but not totally out of the realm of possibility for the show.
I would not be shocked. Given like the first time I really watched American Horror Story was the ending to Asylum. So I like jumped right into the crazy boat. I'm just like, why are there aliens? What's with this time travel?
You don't start at the end of Asylum.
I didn't mean
to. You go to the beginning of Asylum.
I thought it was like I thought I missed like a episode, then I realized I missed like 10. And I'm just like, well,
Asylum, because Asylum is my favorite season.
Yeah, I'm already 3 episodes in, whatever. So those are weird times.
It's weird.
Anyway, so. I did like the suspense in this. I did think they go for it. They do an excellent job of making sure the supernatural stuff happens when only the wife is around. So the wife, because she's the one that has all this stress, it kind of makes it feel like, is she really just imagining this? Because you really could play it off that way. Like, if the wife is the only one that sees these things, it's possible that she's having some kind of mental troubles. If no one else can confirm. Because like I said, the hail that turns into human teeth, no one else saw. It was a hailstorm for the husband as he was driving home. When he came back, the human teeth were gone. Like, so it could easily have been an illusion or some kind of delusion in the wife's head. Who knows? So I like that. I like that aspect. It keeps you guessing. It makes you think like maybe she is just crazy or going crazy or whatever, or maybe not. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
So I do think that this story has gone off pretty well as far as writing's concerned. The scares were legitimate, although I saw a few coming. It's one of those things where I saw a few coming, but they still were unnerving.
Yeah.
Like there was this angry like hillbilly mob that kind of comes in, And they're obviously like the husband's thinking this is all about interracial. Like it's just a bunch of rednecks who don't like the fact that he's a black man and she's a white woman and they're married and all that stuff. So he thinks they're just coming here to terrorize, and he's freaking out because he catches them on security cameras while he's out on a business trip. And oh my God, this mob is attacking the house. When he gets there and everything, after a few creepy things with weird videotapes, they get there and they find out the mob. All they did was make this huge string spider web filled with all these
Blair
creepy Witch style stick figures just hung throughout the massive foyer they have,
like Wicker Man,
and it's just like
fucking statues.
Okay, this was they did it in
20
minutes, 20 minutes tops is how long they've been there, easy, that's it's most how. No, that's no. Yeah. And now the husband sees that, so that's where it's kind of okay, stuff is getting real, and that's when near the end of the episode where there's a lot to talk about in this. So I'm not sure how far we can get in, but I like where this is going.
I've been wanting him to bring the fucking aliens back since fucking season 2, so I'm excited for that to.
Aliens would not be out of place yet. They haven't thrown too much.
Because you would think they would have been out of place in Asylum. But they weirdly fit in.
Well, I mean,
it's very strange.
It's a thing. American Horror Story can probably make any two things fit. They've been doing so well so far.
They've combined so much weird shit in combinations that I didn't think were possible, and it's been absolutely perfect.
So yeah. So that's so far. I think that's that about covers it for this first episode.
Covers everything.
This is interesting to go along. This is definitely one of the TV shows that
I'll probably keep doing live streams of it.
Yes, definitely. Every Wednesday we'll have live streams going.
Doing live streams,
and then we'll do a review shortly after. Probably shortly after the next week before.
We also have more TV logs coming out for South Park.
Yep.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yep.
Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah.
And probably some more things.
We're gonna try and do the Flash. We'll see how that goes. Connor actually hasn't seen any of it.
I have to catch up on.
So anyway,
I'm not a fan of speedsters. I'm sorry.
Whatever. Anyway, we'll deal with that later. we'll meet out your punishment later. Anyways, okay. So
I think that about does it. For us.
That'll about it. So keep an eye out for our future TV vlogs. We're gonna try and keep a schedule with this. Given that they are weekly, we're gonna try and keep the posts weekly.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Anyways, so
hopefully,
thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and please give us any feedback you want to see. If you like the format we're doing, but want to see a little tweaks and touch-ups, we're completely all ears to hearing what you would like to see as the viewers, because we do this for you.
Do we want to do another shout out to Eclipse right now?
Yeah, sure, why not? We are currently in partners with EclipsePopCulture.com, which is
EclipsePopCulture.com. You gotta say it twice.
Oh, okay. He said it the second time.
I said it the second time.
Anyways, so it is basically entertainment news. I'm a writer and editor for it.
Jake's writing for it.
Yeah, we also our social media manager Cooper is one of the main editors.
He's been in our videos.
Yeah, he's been around. We'll point him out later. Yeah. Anyways, so please visit that website and check it out. There's a lot of fun articles. We cover a lot of interesting things. I admit, I've learned a lot more about recent news by dealing with that website than I would have normally, because I admit my ear hasn't been as close to the ground, but it's been a lot of fun. So give them a try out, see what's going on there, and they would love to have your support. Supporting them supports us in a roundabout way.
They have a couple of our videos on their site too. So
so
you can check us out there.
Yeah, you can totally watch us there after watching us here,
and then come back and watch us here.
And then go back confusing. Let's just keep it simple. There will be a link in the description for those that didn't hear us from talking so bad. So anyways, thank you so much. That wraps us about up for this review. Nice, short and simple. We're trying to keep them short and simple.
Spooky,
super spooky. Anyways, all right. So thank you so much. We'll see you later. Farewell. It's American Horror Story. Oh no!